Hey everyone, Connor and I are here, and we're here to tell you about our 10 most used unplated training shoes of this year in the past few training cycles. And why am I making this video? Well, I have a lot of videos about racing shoes, about plated trainers, and really 80 to 90% of my runs are in unplated shoes for whatever workout or easy run. And I think those shoes don't get as much attention. So yes, I do run in unplated shoes, and I'm going to talk about all of the unplated shoes I use for workouts, for easy runs, for long runs, why I use them. And this is in no particular order of hierarchy, except that I'll start with some of the shoes that I use for fast reps, and then end with some of the bigger, thicker, more recovery-oriented shoes. Let's get to the list. All right, we're going to start this mega shoe talk about unplated trainers with the lightweight interval trainers, and the lightest weight of those that I use is the Adidas Adizero Adios 9, and not the Pro version, the skinny version. And it has a lot of the same features as the Adios Pro 4, actually. It has the new formula of Light Strike Pro, which is really bouncy, although with it being a lot less thick than the Adios Pro 4, it's not really so reboundy. It just provides enough to give you a good response, but you're still relying on yourself to do most of the work. And it is a svelte 6 ounce, 6.1 ounce, which is about 172 grams weight, so it's very light on foot. It really feels, it's a traditional racing flat, but one that I would use for interval training, not for racing. Light traction midsole. It's really great for picking up those short, fast intervals either on the road or on the track. I mainly use this when I'm on the track because it's so thin, and if I'm on a rubberized track, the rubberized track helps you out a lot anyway. So I really just want something streamlined, allowing me to work my own biomechanics, and this is the shoe for that. I can run easy in it, and I know Chris Stepanek from Sagasu Running will often use this for just easy running, but I mean, why? When you talk about the other 9 shoes in this list, there's no reason I need to take this out on my easy days. All right, so my top interval shoe that's not plated, Adios 9. Continuing with workout shoes that I would use for intervals for fast running, I've got the Brooks Hyperion 2 here. And like the Adios 9, I would use this for track intervals, but I could also use this for more intervals on the road or on, softer surfaces, unpaved surfaces like a gravel path. It's got a great outsole that actually tracks really well in the wet. So yeah, I'll use this for hill repeats. I'll use this for 400s, 800s, or intervals up to 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I could use it for a tempo run, but depending on the duration of that tempo run, I might choose something with a plate in it, or with a little bit more midsole. The upper fits great. The laces are awesome. This is just a great all-around interval shoe, and I could use this for some light, easy running, which I wouldn't use the Adios 9 for. Now we're getting into shoes that bridge the gap between an interval shoe or a workout shoe and a performance trainer or a light daily trainer. And this is the Saucony Kinvara 14. And yes, I said 14 and not 15. So this shoe is a couple of years old, but I still have it. It just won't die. It will get abraded, but it still works just fine. And there's just plain Power Run EVA in this shoe, and it's a very plain, very porous upper, but it's all it needs to be. It's about the same weight as some of my interval shoes, like the Hyperion 2, but I can take this for easy runs. I can even take it for long runs, maybe not up to a 20-mile run, but I could rock this shoe for 2 hours and maybe not feel the best, but I wouldn't feel all that worse for wear. There's just nothing wrong with this shoe. It's bare bones, it's simple. The Kinvara line is always going to be affordable, and it's always going to be good for whatever you want to do with it. It's just a good lightweight package. Good travel shoe if you want one shoe to do everything in, as long as you don't plan on doing 20-mile runs while you are traveling. It could stand a little bit more rubber on the outsole, but again, like I said, this shoe has not died yet, and I'm going to keep using it until it does. It was only going to be a matter of time before I mentioned the Hoka Mach 6. And for me, this has been a do-everything kind of shoe for over a year now. and you can tell it's definitely beat up. No, that's not blood or anything. That is mud, because I recently had to take these on a shortcut through some Carolina red mud, which is unfortunate. But these are close to the end of their life anyway, which is sad, but it also means I can run in more shoes. Hoka has marketed this shoe as a performance trainer, and in their line, and compared to things like the Clifton or the Bondi, it would be a performance trainer. For me, it's a do everything kind of shoe. I can run fast in it, I can run easy in it. The geometry is just such that I can, it fits with my running gait. And I will recommend the Hoka Mach 6 to anyone. And it's still for sale at full price at $140 USD, and I think it's worth it. Although I think this color that I've beaten up has gone on sale recently if there's still any stock. So if you haven't given it a try, give it a try. Otherwise, I anticipate this line doing some great things because it's been doing nothing but improving from version to version. I've got the Topo Specter 2 here, and this has really become one of my favorite do-it-all shoes. It's a performance trainer, but I can run easy in it. I can do intervals in it. Of all the shoes in this list, it might be the most exciting and versatile. It is a 5mm drop. It is an anatomical toe box, and those are things that I like, but things that not everyone may like. This is one of those shoes where if I had to choose something to be a racing shoe that was not a super shoe, this might be at the top of my list. And the lockdown is good. I think this was a fantastic update. So great job, Topo. Another all-rounder shoe, and this one has been getting a lot of press lately. It's one of the more popular of the all-rounders. It is the Adidas Adizero Evo SL, and a lot of people say this is the shoe of the year. The Evo SL is a good shoe. It's a good all-rounder. It's what I would call a jack of all trades, master of none. It has a full Lightstrike Pro midsole, but it is not the new formulation of Lightstrike Pro like in the Adios 9 or the Adios Pro 4. It is the older version that's in the Adios Pro 3, and a lot of people prefer that from a training standpoint. It does take a while to open up, meaning I needed to get about 20 or 30 miles in this shoe before it really started to feel good and responsive and magical. I don't know if magical is the right word, but it is a good all-around trainer. I wouldn't bring it for my most high-octane intervals, and I wouldn't wear it for 20-mile long runs, but it can fit the role for pretty much anything in between. I can pick up the pace in it. If I'm going to do a key workout, I'm probably going to choose something other than this shoe. But if I'm just going to go out and do a base day and may or may not pick up the pace, or maybe some long hill repeats, this will do the trick. I do not like how baggy the upper fits on my foot. I don't have a particularly narrow foot or a wide foot. I just think for a shoe that's intended to be able to pick up the pace, it fits a little bit loosely, but it's still a good shoe. It is better than average. I wouldn't give it the shoe of the year hype that a lot of other people are giving it. We're getting into shoes that I would consider mileage hogs now, which you could pick up the pace in, but I mainly prefer just for easy running. And this is the 361 degrees Eleos. Now, I have to give a disclosure that this particular shoe, out of all the ones, it's the only one that was sent to me for free from 361 degrees for the purposes of review. But I still keep running in it. I've done several 20-milers in this shoe, lots of easy miles. Like I said, I could pick it up because this midsole is really bouncy, this Primo midsole, and other reviewers have said it might be a blend of supercritical EVA and PIBA. I do know it's supercritical. It's really the story. Also, for me, this shoe has one of the best lockdowns, meaning it very securely fits my foot, the upper, that is. It's one of those that I could really set and forget. Yeah, sometimes I'll even take this shoe when I'm walking around at work all day, and it'll just be my walking around at work shoe, and it's very comfortable for that. So it's got a lot going for it, and I think it has a generally good lifespan because it's not really the worse for wear after the close to 200 miles I've already put on it. Okay, here I have the ASICS Novablast 5, and this pair has relatively small amount of miles on it. I do like the color here. I used a gift card that I won at a race to help purchase this shoe, but it had to be a special order because they didn't have my size in there. And I talked to my friend Brad Popo, who manages Charlotte Running Company, and I said, surprise me on the color. If you're gonna do a special order and send it to me, surprise me. He surprised me with this color, and I like it because it, along with the Kinvara 14, match my 2016 Boston jacket pretty much. So it's growing on me. Anyway, this shoe is among the softest of daily training shoes that I have. I could take it for a long run, but what I really use it for are those midweek base runs, 60 to 90 minutes at an easy pace. Could I pick up the pace in this shoe? Yeah, I could. I think that's a benefit of the Novablast line. The Novablast 3 was one of my favorite daily training shoes, and I did pick up the pace in that, but more I used that for like 20-mile long runs and easy long runs, and I think this is mainly going to be a base day shoe. I have plenty of other shoes, plated and otherwise, that I could choose for days that I want to go fast. But it's comfortable, it's fun to run in, and this Blast Eco Plus version of Fresh Flight Foam Blast is just really fun. It's really fun to run in. It's bouncy. I don't know how long it's going to last, and the traction is still something that could use some improvement in wet weather. But yeah, this is a good, fun, easy day shoe that I look forward to running easy miles in. Yeah, so we have the Mizuno Neo Zen here, and I think a lot of runners might include this in their performance trainer category, but for me, it's an easy run mileage hog, and that's mainly because the midsole is so soft, but it's a bouncy soft. There's a lot of energy in there. Also, this shoe runs a little bit long. If I were to get this shoe again, I would size down half a size, and it might be more of a performance fit because this one-piece knit upper is a little bit baggy. On the Neo Vista, the plated counterpart that has a totally different foam, the knit upper is a little bit more form-fitting. On this one, it's pretty loose and baggy. So keep that in mind if you're looking at buying this shoe. With that looseness and bagginess, it makes it an easy run shoe for me. And it's very fun to run in, to just bounce around in. And I have picked up the pace in this a little bit. It can do that, but it's definitely just fun for base day runs. The Brooks Glycerin Max, the Glizzy Max. So a lot of people would think this is a recovery day shoe just because it's a thick boy, but I use it more as a daily trainer and even as a long run shoe here and there. If I were to roll back on the heel a little bit, it would be a little bit softer because that's where those thicker pellets of foam, supercritical foam on the inside are, and I'm more of a forefoot to midfoot striker, so it's actually not as soft as one might think. But if I'm rolling through the gait cycle at an easy pace, it actually does open up after a few miles, and then it kind of feels softer, or at least more compliant, the more I run in it. It's also, as the shoe ages, it's becoming more and more fun to run in. It's got a very comfortable upper. It's very padded, very puffy, as Kofuzi would describe it. It's something I'm reaching for more and more, and this thing is a tank. It's going to last a long time. I've got quite a few miles on it, and it is no worse for wear. It's also really good for running in the rain. There's good traction, and I'm up above the puddles, so yeah, it's just more and more fun to run in. I never thought I'd be this much of a max cushion boy, but yeah, I'm happy with the Glycerin Max. I do have to say there are some notable absences to this list. There's the New Balance Rebel V4. We've got the V5 coming out very much shortly. And I did enjoy the Rebel V4 a lot. I did a lot of runs in it. I don't have it with me right now because I left my pair in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. They were the shoes I discarded before I put on my race shoes at the Boston Marathon. And I love them, but I even did a 120-mile review video of them, but shortly after that, they just kind of died quickly. Not a high durability shoe, so I don't think I would buy again. We'll see if the V5 has better durability. Then there is the Nike Pegasus Plus, also an unplated trainer with a full PIBA midsole. I did not get this at full price, nor would I get this at full price, nor would I really get this shoe again. I just think it was underwhelming. Maybe I had just been spoiled by how awesome the previous Pegasus Turbo series had been and was hoping for a continuation of that, but this shoe just kind of let me down. Did not have the response, did not have the magic that the first couple of versions had. And then finally, there is the On Cloud Surfer. This is the Cloud Surfer 1, and it's seen quite a bit of wear. I don't know that I'm going to get the Cloud Surfer 2. I really love the ride of this shoe, and I like how comfortable it is, but similar to the Rebel V4, I was expecting a lot more durability. Well, I was expecting durability out of this because the Helion foam is a lot more firm than the fuel cell foam in the Rebel V4, but I was thinking that maybe because it was a structural way that the shock was being attenuated, that it might last longer. However, you can tell these mega creases between these CloudTech phase units there. Those died out pretty quickly. So this does not have the response that it did, and it didn't last for a whole lot of miles. So those are my notable absences. Thank you for watching my video that's all about miscellaneous unplated trainers. I hope to bring more content to you soon, and I'll be racing a lot in June, so there'll be a lot of race videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications, and I'll see you on the next run.